Hello.
Welcome to the vlog.
The vlog.
The special vlog.
The special vlog.
Sunday special vlog.
Yes.
So a lot of you guys have asked us to tell you some stories because it seems like every time we tell them on Facebook,
People miss it.
Yeah, or we'll get interrupted by answering other questions, and it just, I've listened to them again, and I'm like, I wonder if anyone followed that. So, if you missed our last one, we already did how we met. So I will add that to this one.
The story of how we met.
And we determined that Cari kissed me first.
No, I didn't. You kissed me first.
So we are going to tell the story of the proposal.
Yes.
Yes. So would you like to start, my dear?
No, you can go ahead since you're the one who asked.
I will, since you kissed me first.
That should have been a story in itself. And no, you kissed me first.
Alrighty, so I knew that I basically wanted to marry Cari the moment I met her. Those of you who have seen the How I Met You video, even though we met in a parking lot, I really got to know her at the coffee shop, and I loved her. And you've seen all that already, so I won't bore you again with that. But I decided that I wanted to propose, which was a big deal because I've never done that before. I didn't know how to do it.
Right.
So I started looking some things up online to see how people do it, and then all of a sudden I was like, I don't even have a ring yet. So I started looking for rings. Budget was pretty tight back then. So I wanted to find the perfect ring, which I know it's not all about money, but you know, I wanted to find a really good ring. I wanted her to look at it and think, "Oh my gosh, this is my engagement ring." I wanted her to cry. I wanted her to do all these things. So I finally found the perfect ring, and I took what I thought was one of her rings out of this green leaf glass like dish thingy. Turned out it was one of mine. Didn't know it was mine.
Yeah.
And got it sized, and I thought that was that. I thought it would be a while before it came in, and you know. So it's around her birthday weekend, so sometime in October, I get a phone call that the ring is in. And I'm like, whoa, it's in. Now it was already paid for, so I didn't need to pick it up, and I had explained to the people at the jewelry store that I didn't really want it here, and I even told our friend Britter if I could just give it to her for a little while, or even my friend Kayla, just so it wasn't here. And when I was on one of the phone calls, I said, you know, I am secretly taking Cari away for her birthday weekend. Should I propose to her, or would that take away from her birthday? You know, because, and no offense to any of you if you got engaged on your birthday or on a holiday, but that was always the thing I never wanted to do.
Right.
I never wanted to take away your day for something else and add another day onto it. You know, and of course when I talked to Brittany was like, oh no, you need to do it. You need to do it. I'm tired of waiting. So it was only about 10 or 11 months into our relationship.
Yeah.
So there were a few, you know, I wondered how you would feel about that, but it was always going to be known that it was going to be a longer engagement, and I had a good idea that she was going to say yes anyway.
Yeah?
But the trick was, how was I going to get her out of the house to plan this big, elaborate, you know, proposal type thing? Because I definitely didn't want to do it in public. A lot of you know, back then I suffered from, you know, really harsh anxiety. So I really wasn't a fan of going to eat at restaurants, and I certainly didn't want to do it in a loud, crowded place.
Right.
And you have to remember, I didn't really say a date, but this happened toward the end of 2012. And, you know, the whole gay acceptance and awareness, it wasn't as good as it is now. So that was another thing.
Yeah.
So I had to reach out to Cari's sister, Lisa, to try and get Cari out of the house long enough for me to be able to plan something. Because, again, we were packing, like we were leaving for the weekend, which, well, I was secretly trying to, because you didn't know.
I had no idea.
Right. So I'm trying to, like, hide this suitcase and, like, bag of, like, goodies and snack stuff, like, from her in a spare room. And I'm like, I can't do this with it. I need help. So, cue Lisa, and then I'll let you jump in.
Yeah, so I don't remember exactly the circumstances. I just remember Lisa asked me to randomly go work out with her on a Wednesday. And I'm like, I guess I could. I was kind of in a bad mood that day. I didn't really want to do anything.
Yeah, did something happen? Did you have a headache or something? I remember that you weren't having the greatest day.
I think I just knew you were being like secretive.
Oh.
And it was really starting to tick me off. And so I was like, yeah, I guess I could go work out with you. But you know what? I don't even know if I worked out. I might have just sat there and watched the workout. I really don't recall.
Well, if you were in a bad mood, you would have had to leave Birch Run to go all the way to Saginaw to work out and then come home.
Yeah.
So I'm sure like that didn't like add, that didn't make you feel all that great.
Right.
Man.
Yeah. And so I was just like itching to get home. I was being a really big biatch. And
B-word.
B-word. Oh my god, I'm really sorry, but look at her.
Sorry, I knew we'd be interrupted by the cats at some point during this.
She looks like she's trying to pounce on a bird that's outside. It's so funny.
Honey, you can't pounce through that.
She's an indoor cat. She's been one all her life.
So anyways,
I was just like, I need to get home as fast as possible because I just want to sit on the couch and literally do nothing because I'm in such a bad mood. I just want to do absolutely nothing.
Sitting on the couch is fun when you're in a bad mood.
I don't want to see anyone. I don't want to talk to anyone. Leave me alone. Let me be. That's how I felt that day. Now I feel really awful about it.
It's all right. Well, so Lisa's texting me through all this. She's like, I don't think I'm going to be able to keep Cari as long as you wanted me to. Because the plan was you guys go work out at like 3 o'clock or something like that, and then go shopping after and not come home till like 6 or 6:30.
Okay.
Like that was the plan. And I'm pretty sure you guys didn't go shopping, right?
Oh, I'm sure we didn't go shopping.
So some of it's a little gray because it's about 4.5 years ago. But I remember Lisa saying, we're headed home. So I knew, but she did tell me that she was going to be able to make one more stop. So I knew I had about 45 minutes. Well, this didn't work with my timeline at all. Because I still needed to cook dinner. I wanted to cook a really nice dinner. I didn't want to just get like some sort of takeout, even though I actually was at work or school that day or something like that. So I didn't have a lot of time to plan. Because I still had to go hide my car because I wasn't supposed to be home yet.
Oh.
Especially since Lisa was bringing you home early. So the only thing I could do, was order food. So I was like, great. I got to figure out what I can order that will be somewhat, I hate to say this, but fancier. So I knew a Big Mac or a quarter pounder wasn't going to cut it. And I don't know why I didn't get anything from Applebee's because I probably could have ordered like a nice like steak or something, But I know you're not a big fan
like Applebee's a whole lot.
Right.
I like their wontons.
Which they probably had the pork wontons back then.
They might have.
Anyway, the only thing that I could get within my timeline was Uno's Pizza. So I thought, okay, deep dish Chicago pizza. I had already purchased some candles and I sprayed some stuff in the house. So, I thought, okay, this is cute. I can make this look pretty fancy. Put some parsley on the plate.
Romantic.
Yeah, like I was like, I can make this work. I can do this. So Lisa sends me a message. Now, deep dish pizza, it doesn't take 10 minutes, folks. It takes like, 30 to 40 minutes.
Okay.
It's not like right away unless they've already had one in. But if you order like deep dish pizza and they have to get it ready and cook it, it can take a while.
Yeah, especially if they're busy.
Exactly. So Lisa tells me 20 minutes after I ordered it that they're leaving. So I had 20 minutes to go. So I'm like, oh crap. So I was all set. I had everything ready. The candle was not lit. I almost lit it. I thought I should probably light this so it's ready when I get home. And I'm thinking, what? Get yourself together, man. So I go get the pizza and I have to go park around the corner and I run to the house, briskly walk, and then stop and take a break and then walk again. I get into the house, I get the pizza out, I have the plates all set up, and I had taken the ring and I thought I would be cute and put the ring on a napkin. Hence fancy dinner. And I'm thinking, oh crap, she's not going to use silverware with pizza? Why do I even have this out? This is never going to work. What do I do? And Lisa gave me like a 5-minute warning, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm not even ready yet. Like dressed-wise ready. Mm-hmm. So I ran in and got changed because I wanted to look all fancy. Like, I think I even put some makeup on.
Oh, really?
Like, probably eyeliner.
My memory is so bad.
It's alright. That's a long time ago.
I know, but still.
Man, I didn't marry you for your memory.
That's good, because I'm losing it.
I married you for your brain.
Oh, but not my memory.
Oh, touche. I married you for your smarts. Clearly, memory has gone out the window by now. But anyway, so I go to get ready, and I realize I left the pants I was going to wear out in the living room, which was past the dining room, which was on the way to where I was coming from. So I'm like, crap! It was too late. I saw her at the window. I had nowhere to go. So I'm standing in the dining room with no pants when she walks in the door. Mm-hmm. She's like, hey.
I'm like, aren't you supposed to be at work or school, or why are you home?
Right.
And I was, in a bad mood, so I was crabby about it.
Yeah. She was like, what are you doing here?
Pretty much.
Did you get out early? Like, why are you here already?
People are going to be questioning why you even married me with such a bad attitude. Oh.
Well, probably you were in a bad mood and you really wanted to just come home and not deal with me, because I can be a lot to handle.
Oh, that is an understatement.
So you probably wanted to lay down on the couch and just not be bothered, and then you're like, oh my God.
No, I wasn't.
Why are you here? It had to be something to that effect.
I think that I was irritated with you too, because you were like really short with my texts, and you always texted me. You were really short with your texts, and I was like, what is going on?
Probably. So at that point, I couldn't grab the pants because, like I said, I wanted to dress fancy. So I wasn't going to throw on my, fancy, I don't want to use the word silky, but they feel like butter, like gray slacks. She'd look at me and be like, why are you, And I didn't want to leave and go grab like a pair of shorts or something, because I didn't want her to pick up the napkin with the ring. So I'm thinking, all right, Tiff, play it cool. She's not going to sit down at the table. She's going to have to go to the bathroom. She just got home from working out. She's going to have to do something. And it wasn't uncommon, I should throw this in there, for me to not have pants on.
That's true.
Yes.
She typically does not wear pants around the house.
You don't either. Even though you have some on now, and so do I.
That's true. I was checking because I wasn't sure. I wasn't certain.
Well, I don't know if you guys have heard this yet, but Rachel and I will say stuff like pants bring the man down, or say no to pants. Like, we always make jokes, Like, sometimes we'll even have friends over, and it'll be like I'll always say a no pants party, but I'm usually the only one who complies. Yeah. So, but I still say it. So anyway, I was trying to play it cool.
Yeah. And I walked through the door, and at first I was mad, because I'm like, why are you here? But I saw the candle, and I'm like, maybe she planned a nice early birthday dinner for me. Yeah. I think there were probably flowers on the table, too.
Yep, I got some flowers. I got a really nice vase from Joni. She was really excited because it was your birthday.
Yeah.
And I got her some calla lilies and some stargazers or whatever they were. Mm-hmm. Got to be careful with those with the cats, though. So I had them on the table for then, like at that point, but I was going to have to move them later.
We only had one cat at the time, too. Maybe. Did we even have him then?
I thought so.
Yeah, we had Frankie. Yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, keep playing it cool. She's going to move. She's going to go. Mm-hmm. And she sits down at the damn table.
Oh, yeah, because I think in all that anger and crankiness, I was also hungry. Because when am I not hungry?
Let's be real.
Let's be honest.
So she sits down, and I'm like, crap. Well, she doesn't know what we're eating. What are the odds that she's going to even reach for the silverware? Because there's no food, technically, yet on the plate.
Right.
But the food was there. I just hadn't, actually placed it on the plate yet. So I tried to get her attention by, asking for a hug, getting her to, turn a little bit so she wasn't sitting straight ahead. And no sooner did I try to do something when she takes her right hand and reaches to where the silverware was.
And picks up the napkin. And I just look at it, and I was just shocked. I didn't know what to say. I was speechless.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this?
Yeah, so I didn't even get to... So the idea was, okay, that the food would be on the plate, you would be sitting down, I would be sitting down, and right before we ate, I was going to ask for your hand.
Okay.
I wanted to have your hand so you didn't reach for the napkin.
Oh, okay.
And I wanted to look in your eyes, and I wanted to say, you know, from the moment I met you, you changed my life. You made me a better person. You made me want to be a better person. You've always been in my corner. You've always supported me. You've told me when I was wrong. You know, I had this beautiful, just planned out. It was going to be great. And it didn't work that way because she saw the ring.
And you choked.
I did.
She choked.
Because I realized at that point there was nothing I could do. Like, my plan was ruined. She was holding the ring, holding the silverware, with the napkin wrapped around the silverware, with the ring holding the napkin to the silverware. It was such a cute idea. And it was ruined. But was it? Was it really ruined?
Now we have an interesting story. So what happened after I said, what is this? Tiffany, wearing no pants, mind you,
No pants.
got down on one knee and said, well, I was just wondering if you wanted to marry me.
That
She
was...
kind of stuttered it out a little bit more, though.
It was probably... I mean, that was very close. I think that was it. I was a little teary-eyed.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So, it was probably more like...
Choking it back.
I was just wondering if you wanted to marry me.
Yep, probably something closer to that.
So...
And of course I said yes.
And she didn't hesitate, which, again, was one of my fears, too, because I was looking at her, I was looking in her eyes the whole time. We had wonderful eye contact, and I was looking for a blink, I was looking for anything,
Yeah.
and none of it. And she just looked at me and said, yes. So, yeah. That was the story.
Yes.
So, then we ate, which was good. Went to bed.
Brittany and Rachel came over.
Yeah, they came over. They got to hear the story.
Yeah.
We went to bed. Get up the next day, Cari goes to work, and I have to hurry up and pack. So then, at 10:30-ish about, because I remember, for some reason, I had to go to the dentist as well. And I remember my appointment was at 10. I came over to the store at 10:30. And I said, hey, and you're like, what are you doing here? And I said, come on, let's go. And your mom was like smiling and laughing, because Cari works with her entire family. I know we've told you that before. And I had gotten permission from, you know, her mom that she could leave early, so she didn't have to sling me. And I swept her away, and we went up to, it was Thunder Bay, I believe, up in Alpena.
Yeah.
So...
You trickster.
I did. And she's like, do I have everything? You don't normally pack. What? What?
Right.
I had everything. I did a great job. I made a list. I made people check the list over. It was good. I didn't forget anything. So... we drove, and I believe it was like 4 hours. Oh my gosh, it seemed like it took forever.
It felt that way, yes.
Yeah, and we ended up being... I got to recreate the proposal.
Yeah.
Because we went to this restaurant. It was a really cool, like, old bar up in Alpena.
Yeah, there were a bunch of knickknacks in there.
And they had, like, heads on the wall. Wasn't there, like, a moose head or something?
There might have been.
Something.
There might have been. There was a statue.
I know we bought a glass from there because we love glasses. We were just talking when we were live that we wanted to, I want to open a bar one day, so we kind of collect like glasses and shot glasses and stuff.
Yeah.
So I know we bought a glass, so we can probably find the name of the place again.
Yeah, we probably can.
It turned out no one was in there in the bar side where we were, and it was a nice place, so I don't know.
It was a nice place. I just think for the time of year,
maybe
it was just a slow time. Yeah. You know, probably people go in the summer. And my birthday's in the fall.
Yeah. But I got to recreate it. And...
she was just so embarrassed about not wearing pants the first time I gave her the opportunity. Even though I had to wear the ring on my pinky finger for a couple of days because it didn't fit,
But she insisted on wearing it.
Of course I did.
I told her, I said, why don't we just go drop it off at the jeweler? And she was like, no. So I got to recreate it, and that was pretty cool. And it was in public, so that was kind of neat too. But again, no one was there. And the rest of the weekend, she kept like playing with the ring.
Oh, of course I did.
So fast forward to about 4 years exactly, because we got married about 4 years later, almost to the date. And we will tell the wedding story again, but I did want to add this in just for now, for a little teaser possibly. I ended up saving money, and I was able to upgrade the ring to get like a ring and an engagement, or the band, like the ring and the band set. So I kind of got to propose to you again in front of all of our friends at our favorite Mexican restaurant. They did change the name though, right? It's not. Oh no, it's still El Adobe, isn't it?
Yeah.
We love this Mexican restaurant. It's out in Mount Morris. I don't know.
Wasn't that on my birthday too?
No, it was before the wedding, so it was like a week.
My
after
birthday
or
is
something
before
like
the
that.
wedding.
No, I'm pretty sure it wasn't on your birthday. Was it?
What were we there for then? There was a bunch of people.
It was your birthday. Well, it was a birthday again, folks, so I screwed that up again. But anyway, there was a lot of people there. There was probably like 25 people there. And I stood up and I was kind of giving a speech, and I was saying happy birthday to Cari. And it was your birthday for sure, because your mom was there and everybody was there.
And again, I was like, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah. She was not happy that I stood up. Plus, it was packed. The restaurant was packed.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with crowds now, so. I mean, not okay, but I was okay with that restaurant.
Yeah.
I love the restaurant, so. And they're really nice to us. So I kind of stood up and I gave this little speech, and I had planned it to be perfect, that I would just pull the ring. I wore like a flannel that day, and I pulled the ring out, but I forgot to take the ring out of the bag.
Yeah.
So when I was trying to reach into the bag, or reach into my pocket, I was like, shit, the ring's in a bag. So I'm trying to talk while reaching in there, and I'm standing up, so she's looking down, so she's like, what are you doing?
Right, exactly.
And I remember looking over at my friend Kayla. She's my bestie, and she looked at me and she was just shaking her head because she knew what I did.
Yeah.
You know, probably should have asked me ahead of time. And I ended up pulling it out and I gave it to her, and it's on her ring, or on her finger right now. I don't know if they can get it.
I'll have to take a picture maybe.
Yeah, we probably have one anyway. But I was very it's fine.
Yeah.
I was very proud that I was able to save the money and upgrade to a ring. And again, it's not about money. I mean, it's not about that, but I wanted to be able to do this. I wanted to buy a ring that I wanted to look at all the time, and it looks so good on your hand.
I love it.
I was really happy to buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It meant a lot to
I was really
me.
happy to marry you.
We should just tell that story right now.
No, we have to save that for another time.
Yeah, it'd be way too long. They would never want to watch both of these.
Plus, I want to get all of our photos in there and stuff.
Yes, I do want to add a bunch of photos in for you guys.
I'm sure you guys want to see that.
So I hope you've enjoyed this one. We've had some requests for how we moved in together. So, I mean, I know they're going to be a little out of order. And the wedding, of course. So if there are any other stories or any other milestones in our lives, we did have a couple requests about coming out stories. But if there are any ones that you guys would like to hear, even like childhood stories, we don't mind, sharing most stuff,
Most stuff, yeah.
So yeah, just let us know below. And remember, if you like this, please give us a thumbs up. Just smash that like button as many times as you can.
Subscribe if you haven't already.
Yes, because we're cool and we love everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're fun. We don't talk about anything. We don't talk about politics. We don't talk about murder, death, kill. Unless we're playing a video game. We just try to keep it light, and we like to have fun.
Yeah.
So, but thanks for listening to our story. It means a lot.
It really does.
Yeah. So, I guess there's nothing more to say.
Dan.
Catch you on the flippity.